Another stunning day. Sitting here off Blythedale, the north coast of KZN. Trying to escape the crowds today. Everyone got fish yesterday, a little bit further south of this, but yeah, I didn't really want to contest crowds there, so give this a go. In fact, I'd rather blank than face those crowds. Just pulling a crystal minnow and a fillet to start off with. Always try for the snook first, and then I'll go for a cuda. Oh, got a bite there ready. My crystal minnow. Oh. Don't know if it's a snook, but it's oh, maybe it is. Okay. I don't think it's a very big one if it is. Not too bad. Not too bad. Didn't paddle very long for that. Oh. Always have to fight them a little bit lighter on these crystal minnows. I'll pull, they got such soft mouths. I'll pull the hooks out of them. It's actually better than I thought, this fish. Oh, not too bad. Come on. Come on. Whoa. Let's get the gaff in him. A little bit too far. Come on. Come on. Oh, that was a bit silly. Got him in the tail. Oh man. I like to gaff a fish when he's going away from me, and not to gaff them when they're coming towards me. His snook can pull you over very easily. Oh, come on, man. There we go. There we go. Come on. Oh, gee, not a bad snook. Not a bad start. The crystal minnow in the mouth. You'll notice a lot of guys, they They just throw their fish straight in the hatch. I don't like doing that, like it's, you know, they'll throw it with the lure and they'll wait, let it kick the ski to death. But yeah, I like to get the hooks out, grab it behind the gills, and then brain it and bleed it. But yeah, nothing wrong with that. Nice little snooker for a first session, first little paddle of the morning. Oh. Sure. Pretty stoked with that. Yeah, come on. Gotta check your nylon too after you. Oh yeah, I'm quite lucky there actually. It's quite a kink there. I'll have to retie that. I saw that line cross his mouth when he was coming past, so I was actually quite lucky to get that fish. Lucky he didn't bite me off. I like to tie this Rapala knot on these, any of my lures. Just gives it a little bit more freedom to move. 1, 2, 3. There and there. Oh, he's quite stoked with that. I got my brother out from the UK, so I was needing a fish quite desperately today. Just for a little fish fry tonight. So at least that's covered and the pressure is off. And start again. I think I was about 14 meters of water there. Oh, there we go. Oh. There we go. Oh. On the crystal minnow again. Oh, this really feels like a better fish. Yo, nice start to the morning, eh? Sure, pretty stoked with that. Yo. Oh, yeah, nice fish. Try to get him closer here. Yeah, decent fish. It's all nice snooks. Come on, snooky. Turn around and come back this way. Man. Come on. Close call. Go. Sure. Nothing wrong with that. That's a big snook. You know, it's typical. I normally load ice before I go fishing. All prepared. Today I didn't load ice. Crystal minnow doing the job again. Today I didn't load ice. Look what happened. Here's a decent snook. So this is my basic fillet trace. I trim my sardine down nicely. You can see it's trimmed. I always use scissors. And keep it nice and streamlined. And yeah, basically only tie this top bit, and you leave a swivel or a piece of bent metal or wire just so that holds straight and it doesn't fold back on the trace. That's it, and it swims beautifully. Yeah, and it got me in the leg. Okay. Better check my crystal minnow again. Oh, it's fine. Love that thing. Yeah, so that was fairly productive. I got 2 snook there. I see the guys are still getting 1 or 2, but you know what? I'm not really here for commercializing snook, so I really want to catch a nice big cuda. So yeah, let me go for a wallow. There's been some big fish around here lately. One of 28 came out, so 28 kilos. So I'll just show you my wallow trace here. So what I do is I basically bend it back a bit and then put both those hooks into it. And then same here, bend it a bit and then both hooks go in. Bend it, and then when it straightens up, wire is straight. Yeah, I don't use a flasher, I don't use a bait swimmer on a wallow. This is my preferred method, and it's been successful for me. So, but yeah, you hardly ever miss on a walla. That's one thing I have noticed. When you get the bites, it's on. And then on the other baits, I'm going to try a mackerel. What I like to do, mackerel, I always pin my mackerel with toothpicks. Yeah, this is just my thing here. You know, you don't have to, not everyone does this, but you know, I don't know if it's a confidence thing or what, but it just makes you, like, if you know your bait's swimming really nicely, it just, yeah, it does give you that little confidence boost that you're going to get a bite. These two pec fins also. So the bait basically looks like that, and I chop a little bit of the tail off, just so that, you know, where it curls, just so that it doesn't torpedo it. Then the water is quite dirty today. Well, it's green. It's like not a clean color, so use a darker flasher on the dirtier water. I like this purple color. It really seems to work. Also, I use a very small lead hook. Pull the hook back and then push that in. Same with that. Some guys put it on the top. I like it on the bottom. It kind of acts as a rudder. Works for me. And yeah, no bait swimmer. I like my baits to roll. I think it works, but obviously if you're fishing, if you're covering ground, you're going to put a bait swimmer on, you're going to be going faster, so I think that's different. But yeah, I like to paddle quite slowly for the cuda, and yeah, just I prefer that slower paddle. But yeah, I know both things have their purpose. I mean, when you're covering more ground, you're going to bump into more fish. So the mackerel I'll put on a 2 ounce. I'll down rig that on a 2 ounce, so it will be quite close to the top, just bell sinker. And then I'm only fishing in, well, right now I'm in 22 meters of water, 21 meters, but I'm going to go to 30, and I'm not fishing that deep, so I don't need bigger sinkers. But yeah, 2 and a 4 ounce on the walla. I'll put a 2 ounce. I mean a 4 ounce, and on the mackerel I'll put a 2. That's that. Okay. head a bit deeper. Yeah, so the sea got a little bit up. The weather's not looking too great, a bit of rain coming from that side. So I didn't end up getting any pulls. Trying for cuda, unfortunately, so just the 2 fish today, but yeah, I'm pretty stoked with that. Trying to time this right. I want to end up in that river water. That's it. Let's go. Let's go. Ooh. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah.